Hello there, folks. This quick video today is going to cover how to work with the new DA70 product in Crimson 3.2 to set up the Wi-Fi sled as a station. Or in this case, I'm going to attempt to get the sled here to jump onto a Wi-Fi network here at the office. The office SSID here is no more free internet. So here I am in Crimson 3.2. This is brand new, and I'm using a DA70. So over here in device configuration, I'm going to go to sleds, and I've got a Wi-Fi card in sled 1. So I'm going to hit the button here, go down here, sled type, and I'm going to choose, notice you got all these features. I'm going to choose Wi-Fi interface, and then I'll click OK. Now watch what happens here. If you notice in the lower right-hand corner, Crimson's barking at me. He says, hey, you got some changes to the hardware. You need to commit that. Well, I'm going to click on this, which takes me to this page. And what will happen is I got to hit the commit changes button. And Crimson software is going to reconfigure, and it's going to throw on a third interface over here for the Wi-Fi. Watch. 1, 2, 3. I'll click. I'm going to say yes. That's okay. Click. And look, now I have a new interface over here to Wi-Fi. So if I click on this Wi-Fi one right here, this is that sled that's in that rack. And if I go to the port mode, I'm going to choose configure via DHCP, meaning I'm going to get an IP address from the router here at the office. Down here for the settings, I can either have it as a station or an access point. A station is going to be like my PC. I want to get on the Wi-Fi network. The station here is I want to get on the network. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'll do another video covering access point. For now, I'll do station. Now, here's the difference. With this, you have to know the SSID. So in this case, it's no more free internet is what it is here. And then I'm going to enter my password here, just like you would do anything else. Okay, so I got that set up. Now I want to see if this is going to work. And just to put this in perspective, if I go over here, display page, I'm trying to show, can I make this bigger? There, oops, not that big. I'm trying to show you guys what I have here. So I'm going to have a cable, an Ethernet cable connected to Ethernet 1 here on this DA70. Ethernet 2, if you happen to read the documentation when you do these brand new, this port has a new fixed IP address of 192.168.222.222. So I'm going to direct connect that into an Ethernet port on my laptop, and I've got that port on my laptop pre-configured as 192.168.222.123. I'll show that. And then I do have a wired connection out of my laptop going also to the router here at the office, and that's the same one that's going from here to here. And then of course I got Wi-Fi on my laptop as well. So we want to see if this is going to work. I'm going to add a couple tags on this page so we can see if we're going to get an IP address. So I'll go down here to System. I'm going to expand the functions, and then I'll go down here to Network Port, and there's a function here called Get Net IP. I'm going to drag this out here like this, and I'll make this be a little bigger like that. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this, or just smart duplicate, doesn't matter, copy it basically 4 times. And I'm going to leave this top one. It's going to be set to index 0. Let me double click on the next one. I'm going to change this one to look at number 1 index here. I'll click on the next guy. It's going to be number 2. And this other one will be number 3. And number 3 is actually going to show up as the Wi-Fi card, I believe. But we'll see here in a second. Okay, this is number 3 in parentheses, enter. All right. Looks good. Everything looks fine. So I think I'm going to try this and download. Oh, let me go over to the web server since the DA70 doesn't have a web page or doesn't have a touchscreen on. I'm going to use the web server so we can see it. So I'll do that. I'll go here. I'm going to do remote control enabled, even though I'm not controlling anything. And then I'm going to change the display mode, bare display scaled. Okay, looks good to me. Let me check one more thing. If I go back to device configuration, just want to show you, if I look at Ethernet 1, I have it set up as DHCP2. If I click on Ethernet 2, I want you to notice the default here in Crimson is this. Now you can change it, but that's the default configuration. So I'm going to leave that alone for this test. So I think I should be able to download. I think I've got my USB plugged in. I'm going to try to download over USB right there. I think it's connected. So let's go ahead and see. I'll hit the download here. It's going to replace the database. Looks good to me. All right, now that's done, I'm going to go down here to the start window. I'm sure you can't see this, or the DOS prompt, and I'm going to go look at the DOS, and I just want to type ipconfig. I want to show you the configuration of my different ports. So if I slide up a little bit here, oops, so here we are started here. Okay, so this here is one Ethernet connector here. This is the wired connection. I have a wired connection. Here's the other wired. Look, I'm making my IP address here be 222.123. I want you to notice that. And then my Wi-Fi here is connected as well to the local network. So great. So let's try this. If I do a ping 192.168.222.222, hit enter. Okay, I can see that unit. So now that I know that's the fixed IP address of that, if I open up a browser and go up here and put in that number up above here, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Now you're going to notice here's something new. I'll log into this unit. All right, so here I am. I must have put in the wrong password because that should be it. It should have an IP address right here. So let me go back here and see if I put in the wrong password. Wouldn't surprise me if I typed the wrong character. No more free internet. That looks good. Let me try. Oh, I didn't. I did put the wrong password in, I think. Let me put in I1. Let me try it again. Okay, let me update this time. Let's see if we get a... Should be updating. It should be restarting. Let's see what we get here. So it's attempting to get IP addresses on the network. Really? You should be up. It's connected. And it should get an IP address. There we go. Beautiful. That worked that time. So I had the password wrong, team. But look, so now you see it's got 192.168.1.10 here, and it's got DA18 on the wired. So theoretically, if I go up here and put in the .10 address, 192.168.1.10, I should get to, that's what it said, right? Yep, right there. Let's see what it says here. Oops, I forgot a 2. Small dilemma. Try that. Okay, so now, look, if I click remote view, there's the same screen. And notice, this is the Wi-Fi. This is the Ethernet 2. This is the Ethernet 1. And so apparently, I'm going to say this, I bet you anything that I could put in 192.168.1.18. Let's see here. And remote view as well. So you have this remote view that's looking at that address there. I'll make that a little smaller. I think this is pretty cool. So that's number 18. This one here is looking at number 10. Let's make this a floating window. And then, of course, this one here is looking at number 22. So if I, and this is brand new stuff, but if I click the runtime here, I can look at remote view. And if you look, that is also the same thing. So if I stagger these so you can see the numbers, like so, I'll put that guy there. There. Look, this is address 222.222. This is 192.168.1.10. This is on the wired connection. And this one here is on the Wi-Fi. Pretty darn cool. So I just thought I'd show that off. First ever video in Crimson 3.2 showing you how to make your station or make your DA70 sled get on a Wi-Fi network. So this connection right now, if I make this full screen, we have this here is going to this to get an IP address. Ethernet 1 here is getting an address, and then this one is fixed coming into here. So pretty darn cool. Look for more videos on Crimson 3.2 coming out as I learn more things. Hey, thanks a lot. Have a great day, folks.